Funding for this program is provided by. Additional funding provided by this is a course about justice, and we begin with a story. Suppose you're the driver of a trolley car. And your trolley car is hurtling down the track at 60 miles an hour, and at the end of the track you notice 5 workers working on the track. You tried to stop but you can't, your brakes don't work. You feel desperate because you know that if you crash into these 5 workers they will all die. Let's assume you know that for sure. And so you feel helpless until you notice that there is off to the right a side track. At the end of that track there's one worker working on track. Your steering wheel works so you can turn the trolley car if you want to onto this side track, killing the one but sparing the 5. Here's our first question: what's the right thing to do? What would you do? Let's take a poll. How many would turn the trolley car onto the side track? How many wouldn't? How many would go straight ahead? Keep your hands up, those of you who'd go straight ahead. A handful of people would. The vast majority would turn. Let's hear first. Now we need to begin to investigate the reasons why you think it's the right thing to do. Let's begin with those in the majority, who would turn to go onto side track. Why would you do it? What would be your reason? Who's willing to volunteer a reason? Go ahead, stand up. Because it can't be right to kill 5 people when you can only kill 1 person instead. It wouldn't be right to kill 5 if you could kill 1 person instead. That's a good reason. That's a good reason. Who else? Does everybody agree with that reason? Go ahead. Well, I was thinking it was the same reason. It was on 9/11. We regard the people who flew the plane into the Pennsylvania field as heroes because they chose to kill the people on the plane and not kill more people in big buildings. So the principle there was the same on 9/11. It's tragic circumstance, but better to kill 1 so that 5 can live. Is that the reason most of you have? Those of you who would turn, yes. Let's hear now from those in the minority, those who wouldn't turn. Well, I think that same type of mentality that justifies genocide and totalitarianism. In order to save one type of race you wipe out the other. So what would you do in this case? You would, to avoid the horrors of genocide, you would crash into the 5 and kill them. Presumably yes. Okay, who else? That's a brave answer, thank you. Let's consider another trolley car case and see whether those of you in the majority want to adhere to the principle. Better that 1 should die so that 5 should live. This time you're not the driver of the trolley car, you're an onlooker standing on a bridge overlooking a trolley car track, and down the track comes a trolley car. At the end of the track are 5 workers. The brakes don't work. The trolley car is about to careen into the 5 and kill them, and now you're not the driver. You really feel helpless until you notice standing next to you leaning over the bridge is a very fat man. And you could give him a shove. He would fall over the bridge onto the track right in the way of the trolley car. He would die, but he would spare the 5. Now, how many would push the fat man over the bridge? Raise your hand. How many wouldn't? Most people wouldn't. Here's the obvious question: what became of the principle better to save 5 lives even if it means sacrificing 1? What became of the principle that almost everyone endorsed in the first case? I need to hear from someone who was in the majority in both cases. As how do you explain the difference between the two? The second one, I guess, involves an active choice of pushing a person and down, which I guess that person himself would otherwise not have been involved in the situation at all, and so to choose on his behalf, I guess, to involve him in something that he otherwise would have. This escaped is, I guess, more than what you have in the first case, where the 3 parties, the driver and the 2 sets of workers, are already, I guess, in this situation. But the guy working, the one on the track off to the side, he didn't choose to sacrifice his life any more than the fat guy did he? That's true, but he was on the tracks. This guy was on the bridge.